Heading into the holiday season, I wanted to take time to showcase how thankful we are in the Clark County School District to have so many amazing community partners. From small businesses and championship sports franchises to local trade unions and financial institutions, Southern Nevada fills our hearts with joy because we all want students to feel supported on their education journey. I'm Superintendent Joan Ebert, and this is the Destination District Podcast. Welcome back to the Destination District, a Clark County School District podcast. Thank you to all our returning listeners. If this is your first time listening, we're excited to have you. We are back again in the fantastic Vegas PBS podcasting studio. This is a supersized episode of the Destination District, and it's for a good reason. This fall, the Clark County School District has been recognized for increasing scores on the Nevada Report Card and for increasing our high school graduation rate by more than 5 percentage points. Of course, this is due to the hard work of our educators and students. But education doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's a team sport. It takes our entire community to move the needle on student achievement. When I talk about becoming a destination district, I say that one measure of success is that our community is engaged in our vision and that everyone, from business leaders to nonprofit organizations to parent groups and more, that everyone sees how they are part of the solution. To discuss this important topic with me today is the Chief Community Engagement Officer for the Clark County School District, Kirsten Sear. Kirsten, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
This is exciting. So when we talk about, a huge lift with all of this, why is it important to even have, for a school district, to have a community engagement office?
Well, one of the reasons I'm someone who's previously worked in the school district, just like you, Superintendent.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come back and collaborate with you is I think we share a vision that we really can't transform the school district without the support of our community. And we're not necessarily even talking about financial support, although obviously we know investments in education are helping out. We're talking about support with volunteers, with programs like the nonprofits you're going to be talking to today, with workforce connections like you'll be talking to today. That's truly how we transform the system and make it into a destination district.
Yeah, people, time with our students. And thank you for, yes, you and I both came back home is what I say. I love every day coming to work and working with you and your entire team. And, when you came back home, you conducted a SWOT analysis. What was your biggest finding in that? And will you first maybe tell our listeners what a SWOT is?
Sure. So a SWOT analysis is when you talk to lots of people and you ask them to help you identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I would say that the biggest threat to the Clark County School District right now is the biggest threat to every public school system in America, which is declining enrollment. And so everyone's experiencing this. It's a huge part because of a declining birth rate, but also our families have more options and choices right now. And so I really see this as an opportunity. Ultimately, we have an opportunity to tell the story of how wonderful our schools are, how many incredible programs we have, how there is a school for every student, a fit for every student. And let's be honest, we haven't really done that before, right? We've maybe done that with our magnet schools, but we haven't done that with our neighborhood schools, and as much as we could. And every neighborhood school has their own story to tell. Every neighborhood school has opportunities that are different from some of the other neighborhood schools. And so what I'm really excited about is this chance for us to tell the stories of our schools.
Yeah. And so the threat, you're right, because I've spoken with colleagues across the nation. In San Antonio, I think they closed 24 schools because of lower birth rates. And you think about Southern Nevada, but there is a school for every single one of our students. And we have open enrollment now. And so it's about finding that fit. And your team has done a really great job in amplifying the various choices within our district. And so having that long history in Southern Nevada, from being in a newsroom to the Public Education Foundation most recently, back to the Clark County School District, is there anything that has resonated with you from those various roles that continue to motivate you today to champion public education?
You know what really motivates me every day is I want to figure out how we can change the narrative about the quote unquote district, right? I hear so often that we are at the bottom of every list, and that's simply not true. For example, you and I were just having a conversation about how we ranked 20th in teacher pay now in the nation. And we're seeing the results of that and doing a better job of recruiting and retaining teachers. So there's so many indicators where we're on the rise. And what motivates me every day is to get up and talk about that and to engage the community so that they can tell that story as well.
Yeah, so you're the myth buster.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. There we go. And we're talking with diverse group of partners to do that because, Southern Nevada, not only being 8,000 square miles, but very diverse in many, many ways. And we have partners like today who they support us with employee incentives. They help with college and workforce career readiness, wraparound services. What is your elevator pitch to asking businesses or why they should join us within the Clark County School District?
So anytime you're creating a marketing plan, you're considering who your client is, right? And obviously, our number one client is our kids. We want them to graduate with a diploma, hopefully a college and career ready diploma, ready to succeed out in the world. But I would submit that another client that we must consider each and every day are our employers throughout the community, the people who will be hiring these students. And so the pitch that we have to them is tell us what jobs you see that you'll be hiring for in the coming years. Tell us how to prepare students for those jobs. Come in and get to know these students so that you understand what additional supports they need to succeed. These are your future employees, and we can connect you with them now and help you make them succeed now.
Yeah, two-way communication, not only us asking and communicating with the businesses, but also having our students communicate with the businesses directly on the skill sets that they have. Thank you so much, Kirsten, for joining us. The Community Engagement Unit is obviously in very good hands, doing a fantastic job in connecting our schools with our local businesses.
Thank you.
Now we're ready to talk about a department that is so much fun. Our partnership office works with organizations around the community to ensure our students and employees are recognized and motivated. We all want to be recognized for a job well done. Through community partnerships, our students also experience shows at the Smith Center. They walk through the paddock at F1 and participate in workforce experiences that prepare them for a successful future. Joining me to discuss the importance of community support and why they partner with the Clark County School District are Ralph Ramirez, Senior Vice President and Chief Experience Officer for Silver State Schools Credit Union, and Kim Frank, President of the Las Vegas Golden Knights Foundation and Chief Community Officer and Player Programming. We're also fortunate to be joined by Dr. Brad Keating, Assistant Superintendent for Community Partnerships and Government Relations within the Clark County School District. Thank you all for being here today. Okay, we're going to start with you, Dr. Keating. What do you look for? There's look-fors, I'm sure, when a community partner, someone that wants to engage with the Clark County School District, our local businesses or nonprofit organizations. What is it that you look for to make sure it works out well at the end of the day?
Perfect. Well, Superintendent, first off, thanks for having me on the podcast. Excited to be here. And I'm excited to be sitting at this table with rock stars like Kim and Ralph, who are doing amazing things for our students every single day. I think when it comes to the Community Engagement Unit, and as we look to partner throughout the community, some of the key things that we're looking for are first and foremost, alignment with CCSD's core mission. So supporting student success, safety, well-being. How do we bring partners in that will help our students move the needle every single day? Looking at meaningful, scalable, student-centered experiences for our students. And most important, which we have at this table, and we're incredibly fortunate to have, is long-term sustainable partnerships. So these individuals who are sitting besides us are individuals who call, they text, they email day and night, seeing what they can do to move the needle for student success every day. And we're just really lucky to have partners like them.
And when you say move the needle, what does that mean? Academically, social, emotional?
Workforce readiness. It's a bit of all of those items, right? It's about finding out what the students need to be successful. And these individuals dig deep and bring out the resources to help our students receive a well-rounded education.
Great. Thank you. So we have two of those amazing partners. We have Silver State Schools Credit Union and the People Over Profit Motto Foundation, and then also Vegas Golden Knights and the VGK Foundation, which are great examples of how our partners can support multiple endeavors with public education. So Kim, let's start with you. When you think about this work, what motivates your team at VGK, and how do you support public education within Southern Nevada?
So what motivates our team is, making sure that we're not just growing the game of hockey off the ice, but we're also helping where there's a need, whether it's the start of the school year and providing school supplies, but also getting sticks in their hands. If there's a kid that might not be able to afford the game, but they really want to play, we want to be able to provide the resources for that. And I think for us, the motivation is smiles and seeing the game grow within Clark County, but also just being there where we can help.
And so I love the fact that you truly support our schools and our students and those that want to participate. And it's not just during hockey season, right? It's not just during hockey season. I was out there with you, backpack donations starting at the beginning of the school, with your school year with the team, blacktop installations for ball hockey, the list goes on. But for you personally, what have you found most fulfilling when you visit the schools that receive your support?
I think seeing them grow, not just like whether it's knowing the game, learning the game. We've added STEM to some of our field trips, or seeing kids wearing the Vegas Golden Knights t-shirt, seeing teachers decorate their room, but also knowing that sports isn't just the sport. It's what we can do in the classroom and what we can do to help just bring everyone together.
Yeah, just seeing the logo when you said that, I don't know how many classrooms I've been in where either students are wearing the regalia or the teachers have, a flag up in their classroom. It's fun. You're bringing the community together. So Ralph, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I have seen firsthand the great support that you provide for people within the school district, community, the Evening of Excellence, the Starlight Awards. You have done an amazing, I think that was my first week actually,
Yes.
As superintendent, and to watch 1,400 people being able to come together and lift up our support staff, our teachers, our administrators, central office. Thank you for giving back and what you do. So when you think about that, what motivates you when you think about people over profit and giving back to the public? What motivates you to support the Clark County School District?
Yeah, it's a great question, Superintendent. Thank you. And before I answer that question, I do want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to you, Dr. Keating, and the entire Clark County School District for the year-over-year 5% increase in your graduation
yes.
rate. That's pretty awesome. So congratulations to all of you. Being a part of the Evening of Excellence event as the main sponsor was very humbling for us. We at Silver State Schools Credit Union, as well as the POP Foundation, People Over Profit Foundation, to be a part of such an extraordinary event around so many extraordinary people, it allows us to just sit in awe of the greatness and all the things that were celebrated in that particular night. We at Silver State Schools Credit Union and the People Over Profit Foundation are motivated by this belief that a strong public education builds strong communities. And our roots go back almost 75 years. We were founded by 7 Clark County School District educators. And for us, giving back is who we are. So not only were we able to be part of that wonderful evening, but we've expanded in all the things that we do to help support the school district, the teachers, the students, and the school communities. Because the way that we see it is when we invest in students, teachers, and those school communities, we're investing in the long-term future of this beautiful state of Nevada. Sponsorships like the annual gala, along with the A+ educators, as well as the Educate the Realm, which, by the way, Educate the Realm is something very new to us. Concurrently with Fox as well as ABC, we have this very cool, it almost has that feel of the Publisher Clearinghouse way back, where people show up, surprise, the educator.
I wish
with
they would have
Devers.
always surprised me.
Right?
I was waiting for that. So you do that with our educators now.
Yes, we absolutely do. And so just recently in partnering with ABC 13, one of our partners is the Vegas Golden Knights in the Educate the Realm. So, as we have for the past few years, we surprise these educators who are selected, nominated by their school principals, but selected by the school district, for us to take those few moments to acknowledge and celebrate them for all the hard work that they do, because we know they are truly the heroes of our community. And to have a partner like the Vegas Golden Knights with ABC and the school district and the Pop Foundation, along with A+ educators, it allows us to be a part of something very special. And we get to do that every month throughout the school year. And aside from that, we also have financial literacy workshops, which by the time we get to the end of the 2025-2026 school year, we will have carried out over 350 financial literacy workshops at Clark County School District schools, middle schools, elementary schools, as well as high schools. So, for us, we want students to feel supported. We want teachers to feel valued, and we want to contribute in our way as best as we can to create a learning that is truly thriving throughout the entire school district.
So, Dr. Keating, we've heard great perspectives from our two partners today. How do you ensure that CCSD measures the value of these partnerships and the impact on, you talked about moving the needle. How do we measure that needle?
Great question. So first and foremost, we gather direct feedback from our principals, our teachers, our students participating in the program. We work closely with our region superintendents to ensure that there's equity across the board and that we're serving every school in an equal manner. We're tracking that sustained engagement so that we can continue looking at that and using that data to make data-driven decisions. I do know our time is short, so I wanted to say one more thing. If I could start to close it out on this segment, is that the individuals, I told you before as we started, that we're sitting here at a rock star table, and I truly believe it. And I have a son that's in a first grader here in the Clark County School District, and I truly believe that when businesses and nonprofits invest in our students, they're investing in our future workforce, or the future of Southern Nevada in every neighborhood that we currently serve. And with individuals like Kim and Ralph, I know my son is going to be successful in this school system because he has leadership with you as the superintendent, and he has great community partners every day, making sure that we're moving the work in the right direction. So thank you.
Ralph and Kim, thank you so much for being here today to highlight just a small portion of the partner experience around CCSD. You and your teams are greatly appreciated. And thank you, Dr. Keating. We appreciate everything that you do within our school communities and the business community. Next, we will highlight ways that partners are ensuring our students are ready for the world after the Clark County School District. When you have a district of 284,000 students, we need community partners who can help us support students both inside and outside of the classroom. For over 10 years, Jobs for America's Graduates, or JAG Nevada, has supported thousands of students with the goal of graduation, college, and career readiness. With me to talk about this resource for students is Dr. Renee Cantu, Executive Director of JAG Nevada, and Kayla Padron, thank you, a senior at Global Community High School and a member of the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So Dr. Cantu, we're going to start with you first. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do this. For folks who don't know about the great work that you do at JAG Nevada, can you give us, a high level, really quick, what does JAG do for our students in our schools?
Very good. So we have 29 JAG programs in 24 of Clark County School District's high schools. And the JAG program is Jobs for America's Graduates. We have a model that provides the skills and support and mentoring that young people need to be able to graduate very successfully and also to move on and find a career path of their choice. So we provide everything from mentoring to tutoring in the classroom in the JAG elective class, to guidance on career literacy. What is out there before you make a choice? What is out there? A lot of it is connecting with young people and helping them believe in themselves is one of the biggest pieces, because once you do that, young people will flourish when they believe in themselves and believe you care.
Agreed. So you're in about half of our high schools. And when you think about the number of students, there potentially 12,000, students that you could affect. Thinking about how you make sure that your resources are directed to those most in need. How do you make that determination on who participates in JAG?
That process is very interactive and collaborative with our school partners. So we form basically a school advisory committee at every high school that we serve. So that could consist of admin, counselors, resource officers, to help us identify young people who have three things. They need JAG. We can determine that based on any sort of barriers they may face. They can benefit from it, and every student in Clark County, everywhere, could benefit from JAG. And most importantly, do they want to be a part of this? That desire to want something different is absolutely key. So it's very collaborative. We also include the students in the interview process. So Kayla is very experienced in working with young people so that there is that connection. And this year, one of the big things we did is that we started basically a statewide career association that Kayla was the first secretary for last year.
Well, congratulations, Kayla. That's a big responsibility. I first want to thank you for being on the Superintendent's Advisory Council. Your voice matters. Student voice in shaping our future is huge. And so Dr. Cantu has talked about the partnership that we have. How has the partnership directly affected you and your achievements, your goals towards graduating? Can you explain a little bit about that?
Of course, JAG has had a great impact on my life due to the fact that JAG has had a great impact in my life due to the fact that I first entered the organization during my freshman year. Halfway through, I was introduced to it by my counselors, but my specialist, she was like the first person to really talk to me about the different goals that the program had. And one of the things that JAG did for me was offering me different leadership positions. Since I was a really shy person, I'm still halfway through overcoming this trait of mine, but I feel like I can talk more confidently. I am also a first generation immigrant here in the U.S. So having the option to know my opportunities regarding education and the ways that I could go for financial aid, basically all of the financial literacy classes that I've had, all of the marketing projects that my specialist has offered me, all of that has really shaped the way that I see society, the way that I see the different job positions that I could apply for. So she really has been an impact for me. Miss Vargas, she's my specialist. So I really want to thank her for trusting me, and that's one of the few things that the program has done for me.
Wow, not just a few, life-changing. And I would never have known that you were a little shy. You are a great leader in representing others. And so obviously the program has worked really well. Dr. Cantu, I'm going to come back to you. Hearing stories like this, what resonates with you most when you hear a story from Kayla?
Well, what resonates with me is to see a young person like Kayla, or Kayla in this instance, just flourish, and become who they truly want to be. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to see someone, and I frequently hear the comparison about young people being afraid to speak in public. It is mentioned very frequently with JAG, where with JAG, they're able to get in front of people to talk. And as you know, being a good communicator is an absolutely essential job skill that we learn. So for me, the most satisfying thing is just to see the life-changing, just to see students change and blossom and grow. That's the magic of the work.
Kayla, when you think about marketing and letting other students know what, our audience is here listening to the podcast, what should other students know and how they should get involved and why they should get involved?
Oh, they should definitely get involved in JAG. I know that most people don't know about the existence of the program due to it being kind of selective in the sense of the specialists going through students who have already traits that could benefit the program. But I believe they should definitely get involved because they get a lot of volunteer hours. They get a lot of help, financial help, educational help, And a way that we can transmit basically that the program would be through our social media. To the nowadays we have a new committee. The second one, thanks to what Dr. Cantu mentioned, he mentioned how there was a former leadership committee that I was a part of. But now there's a new one. We already know, we already have much more knowledge regarding the ways that we should operate the leadership committee. So we are gonna definitely go into social media, promoting the things that the program does for us. And we would also benefit from partnerships. Right now, our school, we are doing a partnership with Project 150. So basically, we are donating clothing for them, and they are informing us about different opportunities that they have regarding scholarships, for example. So I believe if students are involved with those organizations can definitely let them know about us. So basically, there will be a back and forth regarding what we do and what we can do for them.
That is wonderful. A two-way street, making sure that organizations like Project 150, other partnerships, that's what our whole show is about today, is partnerships and making sure that we can elevate each other to success. Well, I can't believe our time has already run up. Dr. Cantu, Kayla, thank you for being here today. Thank you for helping our listeners understand the special partnership between JAG Nevada and the Clark County School District. When we return, we will be speaking with another community partner that supports students in achieving their career readiness goals through local trades and career and technical education. At the time of this recording, we're halfway through our open enrollment and the magnet school application season. The Clark County School District is truly the destination district for students to become college or career ready. We understand that to be prepared for the workforce outside of the classroom, we must partner with industry leaders in the local trades. While students may be trained to be technically ready to perform their skill set, they often need assistance and guidance to be professionally ready for any workplace. The Career Connections program within CCSD is in place for that exact purpose. Joining me today are Stephen Dudley, Senior Representative, Western States Regional Council of Carpenters, Fernando Diaz, 2023 graduate. That was a long time ago. Just kidding. 2023 graduate of ECTA and CTE Career Connections program participant. And Sheila Petrosky, thank you. You're our coordinator for work-based learning, college and career readiness, and our school choice unit. Thank you for all being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm excited. This has just been a great show so far. So Sheila, we're going to start with you. Let's talk about why partnerships and workforce readiness are so important for the Clark County School District, and where are some of the areas where this partnership is offered?
When we talk about workforce readiness in Clark County, partnerships really make all the difference. They're what connect our students to the learning in the classroom, to what careers actually look like in the real world. And through these partnerships, students get hands-on experience, real industry mentors, and exposure to skills that you just can't fully teach from a textbook. By working with local employers, our students start to see what their futures can really look like. They gain confidence, and they build both their technical and soft skills that they need to be successful right after graduation. And honestly, that's the goal. Not just to get them to cross the stage, but to make sure they're ready to compete, contribute, and thrive in Clark County's growing workforce community. And some of our amazing partners that we're working with right now are Finley and Gowden Automotive, the Western States Carpenters Union, Sunshine Mint Manufacturing, and we even partner with CCSD in their accounting and teaching and training students.
So both external and internal CCSD internships as well.
Correct.
I don't know how many of our listeners knew about that. So I really appreciate you breaking that down. And I want to turn to Stephen. You know, I've had a couple of times to speak with you, but I really am excited to talk about the work beyond the Partnership Action Committee, and how has the workforce partnership helped us address the needs of Southern Nevada in the construction sector, and how many students have gone from the program directly into workforce?
All right, fantastic. Great questions. Thank you so much for having us here today. This workforce partnership between CCSD and the Carpenters Career Connection Program has, in layman's terms, taken 14 high schools in Clark County and turned them into pre-apprenticeship programs for the carpenters. For the parents listening, There is an aging workforce moving out the door, and we need more and more young people looking at construction as a viable career option. And Clark County School District is doing it right. Since we've partnered with Clark County School District since 2022, we have brought in 41 young people directly from high school, literally the day they graduated, and got them onto construction jobs here in Southern Nevada. We're very, very proud of our program with Clark County School District.
So right out of graduating, they go right there. They're prepared, ready to join you and your team of carpenters.
And our contractors are loving them. They're coming out already geared up, ready to join the workforce. It's not like someone just coming to the door not knowing what this is. They come out of Clark County School District with work-based ready, just out the door ready, and our contractors are really enjoying that.
I love the grow your own mentality of this partnership. And I want to turn to you, Fernando, that you're here. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey through the Clark County School District and East Career and Technical Academy and how it resonated with you in the Pathway program?
Absolutely. For me, CTE ACTA is where everything clicked. I learned skills where I could actually use, not just in the classroom, but actual real job settings. The Career Connection Pathway gave me confidence and helped me understand what working trades is really like. The experience stuck with me, and that is the reason I stayed locally and here in the backyard of my, community.
So you didn't have to change friends or your phone number or any of that stuff. You were ready to go. When you talk about the skills, what are a few of the skills that you learned that had you not participated in the program, you might still today be without?
Going through ECTA, they taught me framing, basic plumbing, basic electrical. They taught me AutoCAD, which is the design part of construction. They taught me welding and all these. They gave me a OSHA 10 certification. It was a forklift certification. All these opportunities, meeting contractors, meeting project managers, and taking tours on stuff on the Carpenter's Hall and stuff like that.
So you not only earned a Clark County School District diploma with taking all the proper coursework, earning the grades, you also left, I heard, at least 2 certifications.
Yes, I got my forklift certification and my OSHA 10 certification.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I'm very impressed. And so to expand on some of the skills that Fernando was talking about, what would you add to as a business partner that you're looking for?
I would say our contractors aren't necessarily looking for pyramid builders. We're looking for a good attitude. We're looking for young people with some nice soft skills that are ready to hit the workforce running. You'll get all the training you need out there on the job site with the carpenters, but those soft skills, how to look someone in the eye, how to shake a hand, how to speak, things like that will keep you employed throughout the entire year. That's really what we're looking for.
Great. And Fernando, what would you tell your classmates? Any encouraging words, like if they haven't thought about experiencing carpenter's forklift, any of those other welding that you mentioned, how would you entice them to participate?
Normally people come off the streets not expecting to know how to read a tape measure, not know how to expecting to swing a hammer, So if you don't have the other training, don't be intimidated. They teach you everything you need to know on the job site. All you need is really a good attitude, show up on time, show up ready, show up prepared, show up hungry. You can't teach a good attitude,
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad you got the tape measure in there. My degree's in mathematics, so all those divide fractions and everything, I'm sure you do quite a bit in carpenters. Anything else that we should know about the program and share with our listeners out there?
Just that CT programs are available in every high school in Clark County School District, including career and technical academies. Students can sign up at any school that they're at.
I'm glad you brought that up. It's not just at career and technical academies. We happen to have represented here in front of us East Career and Technical Academy, but 100% of our high schools students have the opportunity to participate. And our job is to get Stephen and his friends not only at the 14 schools that we have, but also to make sure that there's a school within reach for all 100% of our students. As I mentioned earlier, students can now apply for career and technical education programs, open enrollment, magnet programs. Fernando, Sheila, Stephen, thank you so much for joining me today. And I look forward to future conversations with all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
We could spend several episodes talking about all the ways the local community supports our students. When I attend events to speak about education in Clark County, I am asked the same thing by the business community time and time again. How can we help? My answer every time is the same. Come to our schools, talk with our students and our staff, and we will find a place for you to help, because in order to become the destination district, we need everyone to champion our school communities. We're so proud of our partnership office for connecting partners, schools, and students. This has been Destination District, a CCSD podcast recorded at Vegas PBS Podcasting Studio. For more information about CCSD or to listen to previous episodes, visit ccsd.net. Remember, the destination is better when we get there together. Have a great day.